Hello everybody, I've got a quick one for you here. So we're playing Blitzball, and I just wanted to make a video here of how to learn volley shots, and this will actually apply to volley shot the original, and then or like volley shot 1, and then volley shot 2 and 3. Basically, the same method can be used for all three. You can also actually receive volley shot, actually all three of them, as rewards for tournaments and league matches. Volley shot 1 can sometimes be found as a third place league prize. That is one of the worst ways to learn it. Actually, probably the worst way to learn volley shot 1. It's also sometimes a prize for, let's see, I think it's tournaments. Yes, sometimes a third shot tournament reward. That's not as bad. Tournaments are just easier to cycle the rewards for, right? You don't have to do soft resets, to reset the tournament prizes. But I still don't even think that's a very good way. And then volley shot 2 is sometimes a. Let me just see here. I should have written these down, but sometimes a second place league prize. That's also not a good way to get it. Honestly, I don't think that winning these as prizes is very great. I think at least you can make a case for a first place prize from tournaments. That being and that would be volley shot 3, though. I mean, even then, it's not the best way, in my opinion, to learn these. So what I did here, this is actually the very end of the game. It's honestly probably a little bit easier to learn this earlier on in the game. Or maybe I should say earlier in your your Blitzball career. And why I say that is because you wanna be able to easily fumble the ball, and so here I had to get a little bit more creative because I was so late in the game, and at the end of the game, most characters' pass stats are really, really good. And so what I actually did here was I hired Miyu, or Mayu, however you say that character's name, and I used her with and I actually equipped high risk on her to reduce her pass stat. The easiest way to fumble is by using a character that has a really bad pass stat and trying to, I guess, pass from too far away. And so, unfortunately, again, as I was saying, at the end of the game, it's just hard because most of the characters have really, at least good pass stats. And here what I did was I actually used the mark mode. What I did here was to mark I think it was Diem there, next to, or I marked Diem with Mayu, and then I put Diem asleep next to the goal. That keeps Mayu, because we're on mark mode, over there, across the entire sphere pool. And then I just used a pass, right, just a basic pass skill to try to pass over to Titus. Titus fumbles it, and Mifuri here uses volley shot. So, this is my preferred method, I suppose. Again, this will work with somebody like, let's just say like Wedge. Wedge early on in the game has a really bad pass stat, like a pass stat of 3. And so it's really easy to fumble with him, but again, I just waited a little bit too long, so it was kind of like the end of the game. And, mark mode really helped here specifically with the method that I use because, most of the time, if you're just playing on normal, like, movement and stuff, your characters will kind of, not be too far away, and then it makes it harder to fumble passes. I also like this method a little bit more than, let's just say, like, you've got somebody with a pass stat of 20, and then like you're trying to pass by somebody with a block stat of like 19, right? Like, okay, sometimes that'll work out, and you'll be able to still get the ball fumbled, but oftentimes the enemy player will just steal it from you. But all right, so last thing here I'm going to talk about is the invisible shot. Invisible shot is actually a lot easier to learn. There's no kind of screwing around with it. What you want to do there is, as tech copy is flashing, you need to count the times that it flashes white and count up to 12. And on the 12th time that it flashes white, hit tech copy, and that will learn it for you. So that is all I've got for this one. Hopefully this was helpful.